What do we got going on, my friends? Happy Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. We're ready to rock and roll here at the Blue Devil Den. I found some old gear that was in storage. Hold up, let me turn on some TV. I'm going to turn on some TV while we chit-chat a little bit. Hanging out with you guys. We are live at the Blue Devil Den. Noah, how you doing, brother? Thanks for getting ready to hang out with us, Noah. Appreciate that very much, man. Happy Thursday, Noah. We're about ready to rock and roll here. Going to talk a little bit of college football and really whatever else y'all want to talk about. But my friends, it's your boy Brando at the Blue Devil Den. It's Thursday evening here where I'm at. I'm not sure what time it is for you guys, but I know what time it is right now. It's time for the college football rundown. My friends, let's have a good time tonight. Episode 2 of the college football rundown, what I have in store for you guys. Talking a little bit of the college football playoff or payoff. College football playoff or payoff. That's what we're going to discuss a little bit. That's the main topic, at least, is what I should say. So, happy Thursday, my friends. Not sure who is all on here, who's not, but let's have a good time. Doesn't matter if even one person's on. You can hear me chat. As long as you have a good time, that's all that matters to me. Let's see what we got on the TV screen here. I know the college basketball crown's still going down. They have the other side of the bracket in the, the college basketball crown, the quarterfinal matchups. I know Villanova is going to be playing tonight. Who's Villanova playing again? I can't remember who Villanova's playing. Oh, USC, the Trojans. Villanova and the Trojans going at it later. And right now they got the Cincinnati Bearcats taking on the UCF Knights. I'm curious to see who's winning that matchup. Let's just take a quick peek. Okay, there we go. UCF is up 38-35 over the Cincinnati Bearcats. Are we going to see a UCF versus Villanova semifinal matchup going against either Boise State or Nebraska? Whoa. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. So, nevertheless, super excited to get this stream going here. College football rundown with your boy Brando here at the Blue Devil Den. Ready to rock and roll. Just need a few more faces on here. Just need at least one face on here. Audrey's here. How we doing, Audrey? Thanks for joining me. Always appreciate your company, my friend. Happy Thursday to you. Hope all is going fantastic this week. We're already towards the end of it. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Now, I did notice that this shirt is extremely wrinkly. Well, I found this stuff in storage, so I said, you know what? Let's whip that out. Let's whip it out. Have a good time tonight. I hope you're having a good day. Yes, I am. I really am. Had a great day at work. It was very light for me. My back is very appreciative. I'm very appreciative. But hey, we're here. We're ready to rock and roll. Tonight's episode, guys, is the college football rundown with your boy Brando. The episode is called College Football Playoff or Payoff. We're going to talk a little about how NIL is impacting college football just in general, and really all sports programs overall, all athletics, wrestling, tennis. I mean, whatever you got going on, swimming, gymnastics, whatever floats your boat. We'll talk about it if you guys want to talk about it. But NIL is obviously very impactful on today's college scene, right? It's kind of crazy. It's going to determine what conferences are going to be out on top, and it's going to leave some people behind. Hashtag look at the Pac-12. I mean, what Pac-12, right? You got Oregon State, and poor Washington State. Those guys didn't make it out alive. Now they're going to re-up the conference and see how that works out for them. But it is what it is. We'll see how it goes. My friends, see a bunch of people popping on. It's your boy Brando at the Blue Devil. And make sure you guys subscribe. Have a good time with us. Let's do this thing. And make sure you hit that notification bell. We go live all the time. We live stream college sports. I commentate on it. I do play-by-play. I'm not a professional commentator, but I like doing this for fun, and it's a great time. So join us. Hit the subscribe button and come hang out with us again. Get a few more faces on here. Oh, no, you're kind of stressed out. What you got going on today? What you got going on? Happy Thursday, my friends. Who is all in here with us? Let's talk a little bit of college sports. Otherwise, it's going to be me just talking college sports by myself. Which is fine. I can sound a little bit crazy. I'll tell you guys my thoughts on the upcoming season. I could definitely talk for about 30 minutes straight on that. I'm not afraid to talk. I'll make stuff up as I go. Of course, it's got to align with my morals, values, and integrity. I'll be sure to align myself with that. One thing I did forget, unfortunately, was a drink. I'm quite parched. I should have gotten a drink before I started this live stream, if I'm being completely honest. But I'm doing so many tests at school. Oh, You know what? It'll make you prepared for the real world, Audrey. I tell you what. Do as many tests as you can. Take the challenge, accept it, and destroy it. Whatever obstacle's in front of you, you'll take care of it. I know you're smart. You got this. You got this. You got this. I hope that helps a little bit with the motivational side of it. I know it's stressful. But you got to make the best of what you got in front of you, for sure. Try to remain optimistic. Though it's not always easy, you got to challenge yourself and keep getting better and better at it. I know, it's a very cliche words of motivation, but it's the truth. It's just a boring truth. That's all it is. So, my friends, how we doing today? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, guys. See if we get a few more faces on here. Right now, you guys can probably hear Tatum downstairs. He just got done eating. He's ready to go play for a little bit. Well, he's probably going to have an early bedtime. He did not go to sleep for his first nap, according to my wife. Jana's Studio. What's up, Jana's Studio? So good to have you here with us for a little while. Welcome to my channel. I can't recall if you've been on here or not before, but you're always welcome here to come hang out with us at the Blue Devil Den. But yeah, Jana's Studio. How we doing? You got good grades. It's because you're a smart cookie. Love to see that. Keep getting those good grades. You're going to go far in life. Love it. I love it. So, Jana, what brings you to the channel? Were you just scrolling through the live stream and just happened to pop up here? Happy Thursday, guys. Happy Thursday. Going to talk a little bit of college sports. So, I'm just going to go ahead and kick us off. We'll see what we got. If we get a bunch of people on here, 4, 5, 6, 7, we'll stay on for 45 minutes. If we don't, well, then we'll probably just stick around for 30 minutes. So I got 23 and a half minutes to speak. Can I fit it all inside this tiny little time frame that we got? Well, if I just keep talking about myself, it's going to keep going and going and going, and then everyone's going to get bored. So I will comment as I see comments pop up. But yes, you're very welcome. Hey, only 7 more years ago, and then off to college. Or the trades, or work. You can always enter the workforce, too. So good luck to you. Oh, well, hold on. Okay.
Go.
Here, sure. Is he coming up now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have a nap earlier.
Very early bedtime. Tatum, give me loves. I can give Tatum a loves, and we'll lock in here. We'll lock in here, my friends. T-Bird. T-Bird. Oh, there he is. Hi, handsome. Hi, handsome. You loves? You love? Oh, thank you. You go get jammies down, get some sleep, okay? I love you.
Thanks for putting that back.
Yes, you're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Are you charging your thing?
This?
Your device.
No. What? Oh, yeah, it's in. I apologize. All right, time to lock in, my friends. Now we are good to go. Tatum's heading to bed. Let's do this thing. All right, college football rundown, episode 2 with your boy Brando at the Blue Devil Den. We'll see what I can come up with. I know a lot of our regular college experts aren't on here, so I have to speak for them like the Lorax speaks for the trees. If you don't know what that is, it's the movie Lorax, Dr. Seuss. So he speaks for the trees. I speak for the college sports at the moment. So let's get down to business. College football rundown, episode 2. College football playoff or payoff? Wait, what's the drink sponsored? You know what? I know we don't have a drink sponsor tonight because I didn't get a drink. Like I was saying, I'm extremely parched. And I feel like I kind of rushed this stream because I actually scheduled it. I never schedule my live streams. I mean, I'll tell everybody what I got going on for the evening or even sometimes the week if it's not crazy. And we'll kind of play it by ear as the days go on and how busy my work schedule and life is. But today was a scheduled stream. So I had to commit to it. I was like, 7 o'clock. Let's go. 7 o'clock, I'm on here. You can see it's 7:09, and we're on for 9 minutes. So I finally arrived on time. A couple minutes late, or, we just make the best of it either way. But, Bubbler, please, I'm drinking one right now. Bubblers aren't too bad. Try Bubbler. It's guaranteed to get the fizz inside of you. That's really going to bring out the lion inside of you. With Bubbler, you can do all things. You can destroy meals. You can eat, drink, and do as you please. Bubbler. It gives you everything you need. I don't know. You know what? I ruined that one. I think if I actually had it in my hand, it would be a genuine. That was not a genuine sponsorship tonight. Bubbler, if you're watching this right now, I'm so sorry. We'll continue to work on these sponsorships, and we want to put you at the top. So the next time I come through, I'm going to have a bubbler in my hand. Watch out. I will get it done. I will get it done. That's our imaginary drink sponsor tonight if I actually had a drink. Always got to commit to doing at least one of those every time. That's a good time for sure. So, hey, I gave it my best shot. Like I said, if I had it in my hands, I'd be able to go off it off the top of my head and I'll see what I see. Could be the elixir version. It could have been, what else I got? I don't even know what other kinds. I've only had a couple bubblers my whole life, to be honest with you. All right, lock in. I got 19 minutes to go, and I talk a lot. So, college football rundown. The college football playoff or the payoff. So, let's talk a little bit about it here. So, when you think of college football and how the landscape has totally shifted from how things were traditionally in the modern era, well, now we're technically still in the modern era, but things are absolutely changing. If you haven't noticed it, we have this thing called conference realignment. Well, the Pac-12 conference, you had teams like Arizona, Oregon, Arizona State, USC, a legendary program, UCLA, lots of other ones, Washington. We could go on and on for a little bit longer here, but we'll cut it off there in case I mistake someone, and I don't want to forget anybody. But the landscape of college basketball, college football, just college sports in general, absolutely has changed over the last several years. Now that they have implemented NIL, name, image, and likeness. Oh, goodness. Very unsuccessful stream so far, but we're making it work. Tatum, are you going to attack me?
Get Daddy. Go get him. Get him. Get him.
Attack! You're so funny. You're so funny. I love you. Okay, good night.
All right, let's go get your water. Get a drink.
That wasn't very successful, too, because I just totally busted my lip on the top of Tatum's crown of his head. My goodness.
Oh, bashed his head with this thing.
Wonderful. I'll have a canker sore there in a couple days. It's on the top, too. Fantastic. All right. Time to lock back in here. So college sports, like I was saying, is totally changing. The landscape is absolutely changing. Max Cool Clips, welcome in, bro. We're just kind of getting started here. But, so it's totally changing. You know, there's programs that are going to be thriving in this, surviving in this, and then there's programs that are literally dying in this this very minute. When you think about it, though, is this going to be a good thing for college sports long term? Well, I tell you what, it definitely benefits some schools more than others. Schools like Oregon that have unlimited amounts of money that can help, their college coaches just get done what they need to get done to just thrive in these type of environments. I'm trying to focus. I'm literally spitballing here. I love you. Goodbye. Goodness. That sounds good. Feel better. Back at it. My wife was trying to support me by distracting me. You gotta love it. So let's relock in here. There's going to be programs that are obviously going to be surviving in this and programs that are dying in this. You look at teams like Oregon, like I was saying, where they're just going to be extremely successful, having great opportunities for their student athletes to really thrive in this NIL era. Now, there is I think it's a House bill that's they're looking to pass this week or next week. I can't recall. And maybe I'm a little bit behind the times because, you know me by now, my life is extremely busy. Things are going to change. They're going to start trying to limit the amount of money that schools are going to be able to give. And I'm curious to see how, who's Nebraska got? Nebraska has the 1890 initiative where these collective groups come together and have sometimes unlimited amounts of money. Schools like Texas A&M, Alabama, Oregon, like we were mentioning prior. These schools can literally give these star athletes a tremendous amount of money at like the age of 17, 18 years old. So I'm curious as far as playoff and payoff. We'll see in a little bit, Audrey, how that's going to transform the landscape of college football in the coming years. And this new bill that they're trying to pass or set in place is obviously going to be the foundation for what it's going to really look like. I do know one thing, though. There probably needs to be some type, and maybe you guys will agree on this with me if you know a little bit about college athletics, but there needs to be some type of leadership involved. And to be honest with you, the NCAA has completely dropped the ball from the very beginning of this, and now we're going to sit here and expect them to figure this situation out. No, I don't think it's a good idea whatsoever. I think there needs to be a new legislative body governing college sports. How that works out, I don't know. But I tell you what, the NCAA has not always had the best interest of certain college athletes throughout the years. You can look up other past times where certain athletes have gotten special preferential treatment, whether it be by race, whether it be by their specific situation. I use race because I think of like what was it, Justin Fields a few years ago from Georgia to Ohio State and all that jazz was very interesting. He had said that somebody called him a specific word, and the NCAA granted him an extra right to, I can't recall exactly what it was, but he got instantly ready to play. He did not have to sit out that year like normal kids in the past have had to sit out. Very unfair. So, fast forward a little bit here. Now we're looking at this new NIL. It's crazy because it's going to determine how the future of college sports is going to look. And like I said, this new bill or whatever it is that they're trying to pass is going to really be the determining factor. It's going to be the foundation that's laid to determine what it's going to look like in the future. And that's going to affect our programs. I get a little bit concerned about Duke being in the ACC conference. I do. So if Duke's in the ACC conference, and they're not a thriving conference in my opinion, I mean, you can argue with me if you like, but overall in lots of other premier type sports like your big three, football, basketball, baseball, your big three. Those are probably your biggest three generators of income that those programs bring in. Now, we're talking like, food vendors, things like that. Obviously, the athletic department's going to get a cut of different things. Like for us, for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, we have new vendors coming in actually this coming year, if I'm not mistaken. Whole new vendors. They're talking about adding beer to the stadium just to increase their NIL. And we're going to find out for sure if that's going to have a big impact and if we're going to get more money for that. And I'm curious to see how these collectives are involved in this as well. Because if there's a set amount that people can actually give out for NIL, that they can divvy out, and I could be wrong here. I feel like I read it was like 20 million or something like that. So you're going to have a cap, like a money cap, a salary cap, for instance, like they do in the NFL. You're going to have to start hiring managers of the teams, basically general managers to divvy out how we're going to divide this money up. And you have to do it in a very, very good way. Because if that levels at the playing field, well, it will be very impactful for who's going to go to what school. Who can give me the most? I mean, it's going to be very interesting just to see. Ryan, what's up, my friend? I'm just talking. I've been on a tangent here for about 6 or 7 minutes just talking our topic tonight. College Football Rundown, Episode 2 with your boy Brando. The College Football Playoff or the College Football Payoff, Ryan. I'm talking NIL. I'm curious to see how NIL is going to impact us moving forward. This new bill that they're trying to get slated up this week or next week, whichever it is going to really be the foundation of really what it's going to look like in the landscape moving forward. So very curious to see what happens, Ryan. I get a little bit concerned as a Duke fan being in the ACC conference. I was talking about us being in the ACC conference with the way this new NIL works. It's a little bit worrisome for me because I don't feel like the ACC has really been doing that great in comparison to like the Big Ten or the SEC conference. It seems like they, at least at this point, have invested a lot more money and resources into the teams. Like more teams out of those conferences say, hey, we are going to put our foot down. We are going to try to take advantage of the situation right now and try to grow our program and get ahead of the curve before everybody else kind of catches on. So kind of curious to see what other people's thoughts are on that. I think Duke is going to be okay for the most part, and I'm crossing my fingers that it doesn't affect our basketball at all whatsoever. But I'm also curious to see how these collectives, how much more money can they do with athletic players, like our student athletes, aka amateur paid players. They might as well be paid amateur players. I mean, it's pretty crazy nowadays. Which, agreed, I think they deserve. I think they definitely deserve payment for sure. The money, the way that the schools make money off them is just insane amounts of money, and it's off of their backs. So I do think they deserve to get some type of payment. And I'm curious to see how that, if there's a set amount that's split between each program, like say it's 20 million across the board, how that evens out the playing field and really what's going to happen moving forward. It's very interesting to me. I think that teams that make playoffs will get checks written based off of how far they make it. Is that something that you heard, or you just think that that's what's going to happen? I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. Then something like that, though, might turn into, hey, and even though it's kind of been like that in some capacity, like your Alabamas are sitting at the top of the college football world consistently every single year because they're always getting these like $500,000, $1 million, $1.5 million checks just written to them every time. It's almost like coaching bonuses given out to the programs that they can use for nil, which, maybe that's a good way about going about doing it because they got to figure out some base foundation for what this is going to look like moving forward for sure, in my opinion. There needs to be some base foundation. There needs to be a governing body of this because there will be too many slip through the cracks, rules broken. Let's make this an even playing field. if you, like you said, if they can make it a certain distance in whatever sport it is, let's see, if it's wrestling, they make it to the wrestling tournament, they do really well. Maybe they get a portion of that money, give it back to the program, and they can decide who gets what. I don't know. There's got to be something figured out for sure. So as far as the college football playoff, though, I think that's going to be great for the TV ratings. Obviously, that's why they wanted to add more teams to the pot. That's why they wanted to add more teams to the pot. Now we have new games being played. And, the big television companies, they're really raking in the dough now. And I think they're still talking about extending it too, aren't they? Ryan, I'm not sure about you, but I am curious. I feel like I remember hearing something about that. Right now, we got the, 12-team playoff in college football. Is it going to go to 16? Is it going to go 14? Is it going to go 20? When do we stop the madness? When do we stop the madness? College football is not exactly what it used to be, that's for sure. I don't know, my friend. But having a good time here with you, my friends. It's your boy Brando at the Blue Devil Den. We're talking college football playoff or payoff. What is it? Are we paying off these athletes properly? Are they making the right amount of money for what they do for their colleges, their respective colleges, we should say? Let me know what you guys think. And guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you comment down below. This is not what we normally do, but we are not talking a bunch of, there's not really any big name games going on. We did a game last night, so let's talk a little bit of college football. But if you guys want to talk about something else, and this is boring, well, we can do that too. It's your channel too. Let's make it fun. The Bear's here with us. Bear, how we doing, my friend? How we doing, Bear? Happy Thursday to you, guys. Or as they would say, happy pre-Friday. Brad, what's up, brother? Brad is a USC Trojan football fan. Love to see that, Brad. We're talking college football playoff right now. And is it a college football playoff, or is it turning into a college football payoff? How's that going to work? How's Nil setting up for the future for the college football playoff? And really, with this conference realignment that they've just recently done, the Pac-12 obviously no more in some capacity, right? And you as a USC Trojan, I mean, you're probably extremely glad that you guys are in the Big Ten now, because you're going to be making a significant amount of more money now that you're a part of the Big Ten. But as I was saying earlier, we're talking about Duke being in the ACC conference. Who are we going to talk about for? Just, man, we can talk about any team you want, Bear. We can talk about any team you want, anything you want to, my friend. I'll definitely let you know my thoughts and feelings. But yeah, I'm really curious to see just overall, I guess the whole point of this live stream tonight is, I know we got a lot of college sports fans on here and just sports fans in general. How is Nil, it's already impacting college football so much. There's certain teams that are thriving and certain teams that are literally dying right now. Other teams, on a little side tangent here, other teams that are dying are these mid-major programs, or even these FCS schools. Man, they were really relying on those $1 million checks. They're not going to get scheduled nearly as much. They're really not. And if the SEC or Big Ten or ACC or the Big 12, they decide to come together and say, hey, we want to do a home-and-home series with you guys, and we're going to do this many times this year. And if all these big-name programs agree to do that, right now it seems like a lot of schools are wanting to schedule easier games. Look at Indiana, for instance. Indiana was a good example of that. They scheduled very lightly, in my opinion. They find a way to get into the college football playoff, only to get trounced in the first round. Just my opinion, but just an outsider's observation. I'm not an Indiana football fan. I'm a Big Ten guy, but I don't watch Indiana football. So I don't know what it's going to look like. College football is a lot different right now. College basketball might, if things keep going the way they're going, they're gonna mess with our beautiful March Madness tournament. I'm telling you guys. Tell me otherwise. Tell me I'm crazy. Then my wife yells up, "You're crazy!" That would have been a good moment for her to really just take some shots at Brando. All good, though. So, just talking about it's very interesting. Very interesting for sure. But, man, they want more and more money. These television companies want to get more and more money out of the schools and really just raking more dough. Curious to see if they end up messing with our beautiful, beautiful March Madness tournament. I feel like it's about perfect right now. They start adding more teams in, and then it just becomes chaos. Too many teams. Then it kind of really depletes the importance of the regular season, in my opinion. Honestly, with all due respect, I'm sure glad to be in a bigger conference of football. And to answer your question, I honestly think that the whole entire 12-team college football playoff is good. I like it. Brad, that's awesome, man. And hey, I like more football too. When they did that, he's up here right now. It kind of took away from the bowl season. To me, it was just like you look at teams like Troy or Western Michigan going at it in like the Idaho Potato Bowl or something like that. It's like, man, who in the world? I like college football, but even I'm like, oh, that's like watching the teams we were watching last night. It was kind of boring, and a lot of people didn't want to tune into it. So, as long as people are happy with it and they like the tournament, what are your thoughts if there was 16 teams and they just did should certain teams like the top 4 teams or the conference champions, should they get a bye? Should they continue to get the bye? Arizona State enjoyed that. Well, no, Arizona State. How did Arizona State get in? I don't recall how Arizona State got in. Cam Scattaboo got him in. Old Scattaboo, the rumbling, tumbling running back from the Sun Devils. Damien, yes, I remember you, brother. How are you, Damien? Welcome back into the channel. You know what? I caught you the other day, Damien, but I don't think you, I didn't get to your comment fast enough, or you rolled out of here pretty quickly, Damien. But yes, sir, I remember you, Damien. I want to see a guess of a score of Lakers and Golden State. Bear, do they play tonight? John, how we doing? John, get in on the combo, John. We're talking college football playoff or college football payoff. How is NIL impacting the college football playoff with new TV rights deals being laid out? And are they going to continue to expand the college football playoff? Is that a good idea? I don't know. But yeah, John, what up? 120-116. Damien, I'm doing good, man. If I'm going to call the score out, I'm going to say 126 Lakers, 117 Golden State. 9-point win for the Lakers. The Lake Show is on. Oh, it's all good, Bear. It's all good. Yeah, Damien, I'm doing good, though. No, because it's kind of unfair to the other teams who deserve to be there but don't get recognition.
Stop it. I come.
Xander, go downstairs for a little bit, buddy. Yeah, and sorry, I'm trying to digest your comment and also listen to my son over there. Gotta love it. But yeah, there's certain teams that definitely, that scheduled really hard. Maybe they go like 9-3, but they were playing teams like, let's just say like who's a good example of that? In Oregon, they scheduled Oregon for one game, and then they played like Miami as one of their second games. They had a really strong out-of-conference schedule. They would go 1-for-1 on that one. And then maybe they play in a tough conference like the SEC, for instance, or we'll just say the Big Ten even. And they go, let's say, 7-2. They go 7-2 in their conference and 2-1 in their out-of-conference schedule. Well, now they're 9-3. Do they deserve to be in the college football playoff compared to like an Indiana that really didn't schedule very tough because they go undefeated or 11-1 or whatever it was? I don't know. Just some off-the-wall thoughts. I'd like to play devil's advocate here. If they did a 16-team playoff and you had the 1 seed going up against the 16 seed right off the get-go, your second game is going to be a lot like the college basketball March Madness tournament where you're going to go up to play, would it be an 8 or a 9 seed? 7, 8, yeah, that'd be right, 8 or 9 seed. And that would be the second round. That would be your quarterfinals. And then your semifinal matchup, if you were the 1 seed, would probably go up against a 4 seed. And then, of course, and that would be on the high end of things. And if you were in the finals, it'd be 1 versus 2. So that's kind of how that would probably go down. You guys like that format, or do you guys really think that they should have your conference champion should have a bye? Because I don't think every conference is really created equal. I don't know. Just some thoughts. These are just some thoughts. These are not all-out feelings here. John also said the score 120-116 for Golden State over the Lakers. Yeah, Bear, I'm not 100% sure, man. Daniel's up here. Here's your college football rundown. The SEC, mainly the Vols, and the rest of the country. Ha, what's up, Brando? Go Vols! Daniel, this is definitely your niche right here, bro. Daniel, welcome back in, my friend. College football rundown, episode 2. We're talking college football playoff or college football payoff. We're talking about how NIL is impacting the college football playoff. How do you guys like the structure of the current college football playoff? And what are your overall thoughts of this season? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? The college football world is absolutely changing. Right before our eyes. Every year it's changing. More different. It's awfully changing. Awfully changing. That's not correct. Wait, you know what? Oh, Fire, it's of course I remember you, man. Sorry, not trying to ignore your comment, Fire. I'm just trying to catch up and read the comments and digest it all. Fire, welcome into the channel, my friend. Wait, you know what? The NFL game when the guy did the backflip with the catch, I think it was Baltimore against Bears. I don't remember, dude. I don't remember. The coolest thing I remember seeing in the NFL was Saquon Barkley when he did those awesome moves and he did a backwards hurdle. That was one of the sickest plays I've ever seen in my life. Talk about insane. You guys remember watching that one? I didn't watch it live, but someone showed me a highlight. I was like, whoa! That dude's legit. That was one of the sickest plays I've ever seen. What about you guys? David Cutcliffe got Duke football going. He was out offensive coordinator with Peyton Manning. Nah, no kidding. Yeah, David Cutcliffe, man, he did some good things at Duke. He really got them up towards the top of the ACC conference. Only to what's David Cutcliffe doing now? After that, I know they hired Texas A&M's coach for a little while there. Now they got Manny Diaz. The world's a weird thing, and that's the other thing with Nil. Is that going to impact? No, that's not fair. The coach is still going to get paid, but they're going to go get paid where the people that have the most money. Whoever's got the most money, my friends. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. By the way, we're talking a little bit of college football playoff or payoff. It's your boy Brando. College football rundown tonight. The nil that I can deal with, it's the same teams kind of now that has been good. It's the transfer crap. These kids play 3 or 4 different schools is what I don't like. And they're talking about that in college basketball as well, Daniel. Are they going to start making contracts for these kids? And, contracts like, hey, you have to play, 3 years for us. If you're going to play for 4 years, play 3 years for us. Maybe your 4th year you can opt out. If you get arrested, if you do something like that, then your contract is just done. Like, you could be kicked off. The whole contract could be terminated. There's different little stipulations maybe people can add in there, but I think we're going to that. I don't know. It's just me. I think we're going to go to that point where this is really turning away from. It's not college sports anymore, guys. They just got the college football. But then you would think the university itself is going to have to sign off on something like that. It's not just, hey, the coach says this, the player says this. What's the university? Ultimately, the university is going to get the final say, I'd imagine. Breaking news, USC is going to play your Cornhuskers in Nebraska. See you there, man. Brad, that would be awesome. That first matchup between Nebraska and USC was awesome. I like that pick 6. Sierra Wright has been doing some good things for us since he left you guys. Hopefully he has a good end of the season. He didn't start out in the starter position for us at CB, but man, awesome player. But yes, looking forward to that matchup, Brad. It should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we have a better chance to win, man. I was surprised that we were even in it for a little while there. I thought USC was going to destroy us. The nil I can deal with is the same teams kind of now that has been good. It's the transfer. Sorry, I read that one. My bad. Yeah, the way the kids transfer nowadays is absolutely insane. It's hard to follow where everyone's going. It's only the all-star players that stick around because they get the good money. Well, they take a big chunk of that nil money. And if they cap that sucker out, guys, if we get to a point where the governing body's like, hey, we're capping nil out at $20 million across this X program, well, things are going to get interesting. It kind of evens the playing field out a little bit. And you're going to want to have a general manager running that operation. Nebraska just hired one from the Patriots. Nebraska hired the general manager from the Patriots because he has lots of experience with that. It's pretty crazy. That's what I'm saying. The college landscape is way different now. Way different. Zane's up in here. Zane, how you doing? Yes, I remember you, Zane. Good to have you in here again. Hope you're having a good Thursday. Happy pre-Friday, my friend. Make sure I don't miss anyone. Going to go up for a second here. My friends, it's your boy Brando at the Blue Devil Den. We're talking college football rundown tonight. College football season's upon us, guys. I love college football. Love talking sports with you guys. You guys are some smart individuals, way smarter than me. So fill me up with your knowledge. And what's going on, guys? What's going on? Hope everyone's having a good day, guys. Bear says, how do you think the evolution of the quarterback position has influenced the success of teams in recent years? And which teams have adapted best to the changing dynamics? So it seems like teams are really getting, you guys think the teams kind of going more towards the spread, or are they going away from the spread? What do you guys think? because I think it's dependent upon who's in what conference. The SEC, the Big Ten, ACC. A lot of them are all different. The Big 12, that's a really bold example of that. You got to have a whole different type of offense in the Big 12. It's really run and gun, Mike Leach-esque. But then there's a few teams here and there that don't adapt to that, man. But I just think that the spread's probably one of the better options. You run a little bit of RPO. That's kind of been a theme for a lot of college teams lately. That pro-style offense, if you get the right squad, you have to have some elite receivers. You have to have a really good offensive line that can hold down a solid defense, especially at the higher levels of college sports. But, man, the pro style can work, though. Got to have the right athletes for it, though, for sure. That's just my opinion. And I'm definitely on that side of it. I'm not very technical. But, yes, those are my thoughts. Bear. You're guessing he retired, Daniel? I think so, too. He was kind of getting up there in age. Rick was in the house with us. What's up, Ricky? Sorry, just getting your comment, man. I'm trying to digest everything. Everyone's commenting. Everyone loves the College Football Rundown, episode 2. We're talking College Football Playoff or Payoff. The first episode was Freaky Fun Fanatics. That was kind of fun, but we were all over the place because you guys are freaky fun fanatics of all sports. Oh, goodness. Brad, the transfer portal is a hit and miss, just my opinion. Yeah, you might do well one off season, the next off season, and you just don't do it. Mad Lover's in here. Mad, talk a little bit of shop with us, bro. Good seeing you, Mad Lover. How you been, my friend? The transfer portal is definitely the problem, not the nil. Yeah, so then they need to start figuring out exactly what's going on with this transfer portal and how they can really... Because tons of players are going in it, and not many people are coming out of it once they go back in. And next thing you know, well, you should have realized the grass isn't always greener, and you should have upheld your commitment to the school you made your promise to, the school you made your original commitment to. Now, I also understand thinking, these kids are confident. They think, I can go to this school. They're making promises like that. Well, yeah, dude, they're making promises, but... It's just an agreement. You're not really we don't know how much money each individual kid's getting. I mean, they're not releasing that information. So it's like, we'll use Nebraska because that's my team. Dylan Raiola is obviously going to be making a lot more money than your, third string cornerback that's been in the program for 3 years. And he's going to command that type of money. So, third string quarterback says, I was a 4-star recruit out of Miami. I'm talented. I'm confident. I'm cocky. I got this. I just didn't pan out here at Nebraska because I'm really far away from home. So he goes and he tries to go in the transfer portal. He's hearing good things from the Miami coach or any Florida coach. Pick your Florida school. There's about 100 of them. They make all these promises, and it's like, promises kept, not always. We don't know for sure. So anytime you're not going to uphold your original commitment, you just never really know. And it's unfortunate because there's so many kids in the transfer portal thinking they're going to have greener pastures, and a lot of them played a season of football and aren't going to get another opportunity. So, yes, transfer portal needs to be fixed immediately. I agree. Daniel, yeah, for sure. I feel like the spread, to be honest, Bear says. There you go. That's what I was saying, Bear. Happy Thursday, guys. Happy pre-Friday. Hanging out with your boy Brando at the Blue Devil Den. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We're talking a little bit of college football here. Turtle's up in the house with us. What up, Turtle? Ohio State has all kinds of dude. Still, they'd be good for a while. Yes, Daniel. It's crazy, and a lot of people thought how good Ohio State was. Man, they are a very solid squad. We'll see it. Ohio State still is good, like Daniel said. And they just keep raking in the dough, keep giving these players. Were they bought and paid for? Probably. Like Oregon. They're going to pay for the best players because they can do it. Someone said like $9 million. You guys think they paid more than... They probably paid a lot more than that. You would imagine so. Siblings is back with us. What up, Siblings? What up, Siblings? Which team has the best chance to break through and win a national championship in the next few years, and what factors will determine their success? Teams like... look at like Ole Miss, for example. Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin. He's got lots of experience. That's a good example. I could see Ole Miss kind of getting to that point where they find themselves in the playoffs, make a really deep run. Let's go pick a team out of the Big Ten. Oh, Indiana? No, I think Indiana. I think people are going to start to catch on what they got going on. But, that would be a bold take, would be to say Indiana. Sounds good, Turtle. We'll catch you another time, my friend. Yeah, they're going to keep reloading. All the teams that keep reloading, it's going to definitely depend. Oregon's going to be good next year as well. I think Oregon's going to be very... It might not be long before Oregon wins a title. They got a few really good teams standing in their way every year, though. These conferences just get deeper, deeper, thicker, and thicker, and it's going to get harder for teams to win this thing. But now's the time to capitalize it while NIL is not governed properly. It's definitely not governed properly. If you're going to try to go for a title and buy a title, well, you better start now because sooner or later they are going to govern this thing. For sure. They need to. They have to. But yeah, dude, Ole Miss, your typical Big Ten teams are probably at the top. It's going to be harder and harder for, in my opinion, Bear, for teams to really break through. There'll be a few here and there like that'll pop out. Like, look, Arizona State found a way to get in somewhat. Indiana found a way to get in. Boise State, I don't think Boise State's ever going to break through. If anything, Boise State's going to probably start, taking a back seat to a lot of these other teams that really deserve to be in. So, they had a really good running back, though. I will say that. Mr. Janty. Colorado. Guys, is Colorado going to break through? There's a hot take. Is Dion going to get Colorado going? I think he's like a top 6 paid coach right now. Highest paid in the country, top 6. He gets a, a 9-win season, lose the bowl game. Does he deserve that? He brings a lot for Colorado as far as marketing. He's drawn a lot of eyes to the school. Hopefully they're going to benefit it. But man, I tell you what, if he ever decides to leave Colorado, that program is going to go like it's going to be a drop in the hat. Boom. No way Colorado comes back from that. They're going to get the death knell. Colorado's going to get the death knell when he decides to leave that place. If he decides to leave it. But Dion's going to do what Dion's going to do. They need to sit out a year. Yeah, they should have to sit out a year. I think that come on, get off my screen. Minnie's back up in the house with us. What up, Minnie? Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Brad. I think just gets dropped and it's boom. That whole program is going to go to the dumpster fire when he gets out of there. I'm not trying to be that guy, but Nebraska beat them this year, and it was freaking awesome. So we are not Colorado fans in Nebraska, if you can't tell. This was pre-Dion, though. You know this, Brad. You know this. Huskers do not like Colorado. I probably will get a lot of hate for this comment, but in my extremely honest opinion, Ryan Day is an overrated coach, and also the Ohio Buckeyes are not that good of a team. Brad, I think they're a really good team, but Ryan Day might be a little bit overrated. Heck, we probably could have got on that team and helped coach them up as assistant coach and probably would have got ourselves a nice little ring, man. That team seemed to be pretty well stacked. A lot of other people thought they were going to win at the beginning of the season, but then they go and they lose to Michigan the way they did, and it's like, I don't know. I mean, Michigan's still Michigan for sure, but I don't think that was the best Michigan team. Now that Sherrone Moore has taken over from Jim Harbaugh, we'll see what that program looks like. That's going to be up in the air. One of the next times that we do this thing, we're going to have to talk specifically about a couple conferences at a time. We'll just get everyone's thoughts on some stuff. Hell no, I'm good with my Trojans. That's what's up, Brad. I can respect that, my friend. I can respect that. Happy Thursday, guys. I don't mean to cut the stream short here. I told my wife we were going to go only live for 45 minutes tonight. So you guys know me. I go live like every day these days. But 45 minutes is my cutoff point tonight. I might go 46, 47. But it's good catching up with everybody. Had a good time chatting a little bit. I like hearing everyone's thoughts on what really this college football playoff is going to look like this year, and kind of curious to see really what the future holds with college sports just in general. Can I get a UCLA sucks? UCLA sucks, Brad. Forget those guys. Their coach is overrated. Hey, we're talking overrated coaches. UCLA's coach is overrated. He goes and he fires the, what's his name? The Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator. He comes into UCLA. Oh, they fire him because he's a jerk, I guess. That's what they were saying. Jay Donald, what's up, bro? Jay Donald, I'm getting ready to get off. What took you so... No, I'm kidding, brother. Good seeing you, Jay Donald. I'm going to go live for just a few more minutes, though, bro. I promised the wife. I made a promise to her. We're going to go live for 45 minutes tonight, but I wanted to say what's up. Do our weekly college football rundown. We're going to make this a thing once a week up till... heck, we'll probably go twice a week, though, in the summer. Here in about a month or so. We'll go live twice a week, do a college football rundown. Kind of get ready. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jay Donald perfecting his craft. Future All-American Jay Donald. No, that's what's up, man. I ain't gonna knock you for playing ball. You can live stream, but you probably won't. Man, if you ever do, I'll check your stuff out. I'll check your stuff out, Jay Donald. I got you back, man. It can be about whatever you want, as long as you enjoy doing it. Well, if you feel comfortable being in front of an audience and asking, answering questions, answering them, I think it's a lot of fun. But you could probably do it too, Jay Donald. You're a cool dude. So, my friends, we're going to start wrapping up here in a minute. Anyone got any final comments? Give me a couple more comments and we'll get out of here, guys. Would probably be me playing a game. That's what's up, man. That is what's up.
It's almost the next weekend.
I'm going to hop off here, buddy. Yeah, it's already Thursday. It's pre-Friday, Xander. It's pre-Friday, bud. Nah, Jay Donald, that'd be cool, man. Yeah, I got to start somewhere, though. If you're going to do it, just go for it. That's my advice. Just do it, brother.
I found a Lego gun.
Brad, peace out, my friend. See you on Saturday. Dude, let's get this done. Jay Donald, Brad, anyone else that's on here, let's get these Duke Blue Devils. Let's get them across the finish line. It's going to be a lot of fun. Going to be a good matchup. It will. But Duke's going to get it done. Let's go, Duke. That's what I'm saying, my boys. That's what I'm saying, guys. Sounds good, Jay Donald. I'd mod for you, bro. But, my friends, I will be on tomorrow. We're going to actually try to do a Major League Baseball game tomorrow. We're going to mix it up. Don't at me. Don't at your boy Brando at the Blue Devil Den. We're going to do a live stream for a or Major League Baseball game. I don't know much about Major League Baseball, so it should be interesting. It should be fun. I think we're going to kill it, though. Kill it with confidence. There's a little Lego man per Xander. But come check us out tomorrow. We'll go live for, I think it's the Orioles versus the Royals. That's the one that works out best for my schedule. Orioles versus the Royals. I think it's at like 6:45, so tune in for that, 6:45 Central Time. Orioles versus Royals. But my friends, have a great rest of your Thursday evening. Have a great day tomorrow. It's Friday, my friends. Let's make the best of it. You all have a great night. It's been your boy Brando at the Blue Devil Den. This has been the College Football Rundown, my friends. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you later.